Let's check in with Oscar Williams-Grut standing by in London this morning with some breaking news on Virgin Atlantic. Thousands of job cuts coming to the British Airway. Can you tell us more, Oscar?
That's right, Alexis. Just in the last hour, Virgin Atlantic have announced that they're cutting 3,150 jobs, which amounts to around a third of its UK workforce. It's also going to reduce the size of its fleet from 45 to 35 aircrafts by 2022. Now, the CEO of Virgin Atlantic said this was all about safeguarding its future. It said it needed to take further action to reduce costs, preserve cash, and protect more jobs in the long run. Of course, this is all to do with what it called the devastating impact of COVID-19. And it comes hot on the heels of a raft of other job cuts we've seen in the sector. Just last week, Ryanair announced they were cutting 3,000 jobs, and British Airways is also cutting around 12,000 jobs. So really, it's a real devastating impact across the aviation sector on both sides of the Atlantic.
Yeah, that combined with the news we broke at the top of the show, Norwegian Cruise Lines putting in doubt whether or not it can even continue to operate because it is running out of cash so quickly during this pandemic. We see time and time again the travel stocks getting hit very, very hard. Oscar, I'm looking at stocks overseas. They are higher despite some really dreadful economic data, including the Purchasing Managers Index. What can you tell us?
Yes, the most major indices here are up between 1.5% and 2% on the day. And really, this is about playing catch up. The continental European markets were closed on Friday, so we saw steep losses yesterday in response to these threats of new tariffs on China from the US. Now, today, what's percolating through is actually lifting of lockdown restrictions across a lot of European nations in recent days. We've seen Italy, Germany, Spain all ease restrictions. But as you said, we are getting pretty terrible data here in the UK. PMIs for April were the worst since the survey began in 1998. But actually, it was still better than expected. Everybody was expecting dreadful numbers.
All right, Oscar Williams-Grut for us in London. Thanks for that.